Hello everybody. Today we're going to start a series on how to enter medications into ECS. The first of this series is going to be looking at our medication templates and going over what that template looks like and what the different buttons do. Please excuse the angle of my screen and my camera. Try as I might, I can't get it any better than it already is. So the first thing you're going to do when entering a medication, of course, is go up to your blue right. You're going to check your person. So we're going to work with Mr. Charlie Brown. You can either double click on his name or hit OK. Next, of course, you are going to go to Topics, Physician Orders, and we're going to come down to Medications. Hit OK. So we're going to take a quick tour through the medication template here in ECS. Starting first with this column all the way to the left here that starts with insulin. There are a lot of different features here, but the one that we're going to focus on here is looking at check MAR. That'll be important after you have entered in all of your medications and you need to look to see how they're going to appear in the MAR. This is where you're going to go, and it's a quick shortcut to pull everything up. So we'll look at that at another video. Coming over here to our second column, we have our pre and post analgesic order or analgesic check for our PRN medications. And then scrolling down here, we have first and last dates. So first date, of course, is going to be used for your medications as a start date. And last date, if you have a medication that has a duration, say you have an antibiotic that is going to be given for 10 days, you will click on that first date and of course give the medication on that first date, and then you will have that last date. And once that last dose is given on the last date, that medication will fall off the MAR. And of course everybody is familiar with the next PT INR is due and the INR result buttons. Moving over here, ECS will automatically, when you type a medication in, they will automatically put in the route to be by mouth. As we all know, there are many other ways to take medications, so this is where you would fix that. You would delete the by mouth and you would put in the route. So you can see all these different routes that you have to choose from. Over here is nice because we do have one or two or a half tab, and then we've got some mLs out here, as well as our 17 grams for our Miralax, and our drops for our eyes. Total dose is good for when you have a medication that you have to split and give 2 pills to equal the correct dose. And this dose ordered button is really cool because if you have a medication that is a solution, it's X milligrams per X ml, but you don't quite know how many mLs to give to equal the right milligrams, this button will do that calculation for you. And we'll go over how to do that again in a later video. Next, coming back up here, we have the given for, sorry for sliding around so much, we have the given for button. This is our indication. So what is this medication given for? Is it given for a UTI? Is it given for hypertension, etc.? So when you click on that button, a diagnosis box is going to pop up. Start typing in the diagnosis, and that will start to populate in the box. And again, we'll go over what that looks like in another video. This section from here to here are for scheduled meds. So we've got a medication given once a week. We have medications given daily, in the morning, continuous, every 24, etc., all the way down here. Okay, so these medications from this row to this row are given as scheduled meds. If you have a medication that is a PRN medication, this will be the column that you use for your times. Okay, and then again, duration, sometimes we have the antibiotic for 10 days, so that will be part of the order. Coming to this area here, these are our time slots. We have on the hours and we have half hours, and that will, for your scheduled medications, be when you choose the medication to be given. Others, we have our blood pressures, our pulses, sites, things like that. not to exceed 3,000 milligrams on 24-hour period. Of course, that refers to Tylenol. Hold if the pulse is less than, hold if the pulse is less than, hold if the diastolic or systolic blood pressure is this. These are nice because you don't have to type those things in. It's boom, a button, and done. And standing order setup, there is actually a shortcut for standing orders that we will go into at another video. So there you go. So that is a quick tour of the medication template in ECS. We'll also talk about in this series insulin. There is a sliding scale individual that we will go to and copy and paste the sliding scale order from that other resident to our current active resident. Let's see what else. When putting in a medication order, looking at side effects, you are going to type in the three most common side effects, and here are a couple of resources that you can pull from to look at those side effects. So that is the end of our ECS tour for the medication template. The next video I'm going to do is to put in a couple of medications for you to see how that looks. All right, well, thank you and stay tuned.